Things to consider while planning your 15. There's a lot of things you should consider while planning your 15. I was first thinking of budget. This is because I'm planning my own 15, but I'm not sure if I still want to have it because it's a lot of money. It's really a lot of money, and sometimes I wish that I use that money into something else. But anyhow, it's one thing leads to another, obviously. If you want the big dress, like, I don't like this one, but you know, example of a big dress, the big dress, you know, stuff like that, like a wedding dress while you're 15, except different colors. I mean, you can use white, but you know, in fact, I want to use a white one with green or pink, but that's another story. Well, you can't be walking around your house with the wedding dress the whole time. So obviously, you're gonna rent a party place, salon or whatever, and that leads to, because you're not gonna have your people just standing, so you need chairs and tables, and they're obviously gonna want to eat, so that leads to food. So we have the dress, the ballroom, and chairs and tables, because everything counts, like everything's separated. It's not like some things have packages and you can get everything together, but a lot of things you have to pay individually. So then it leads to food, and that's expensive sometimes. Depends what you want to order, because it comes in meals, or I don't know. And food, and then you want music, obviously, because then you're gonna want to dance. It's a party, music, and so you want a DJ or something like that, of that sort. Excuse me. And so one thing leads to another. I don't want a limo if I have one, because I think it's kind of a waste of money. I mean, yeah, you have a fun time, but in a car that's not even yours, and that you're only gonna have for one day, and it's really expensive just because it's long. Just long. It's a long car. It reminds me of funerals besides that. So I don't want a limo. So I'm still thinking about it. Oh yeah, and then stuff like invitations, because you have to make invitations for like everyone. And then you have to really carefully plan how much people are going to go. And usually people take a friend, and that friend takes her cousin. And then your cousin takes her other friend. So you're planning a party for 5. If those 5 people bring at least 2 people, then that's 15 people right there. Really, isn't that something? So you have to plan ahead of more food, more tables, more guests, and more money, and stuff like that. I mean, so it's a lot of money, and I was thinking, well, let's make it simple. Some of the things that we don't want to have. Oh, and I forgot decorations. Because decorations, you're not going to just have a party with your tables, food, and music. Yeah, you're not going to have a party like that. Obviously, you're going to have balloons or hangy thingies and stuff to decorate the ballroom. And decorations for the tables, because everybody always puts like a I don't know, basket of little candies on the table, so that's the simplest thing you can get. And so on. It's a lot, and I'm still thinking about mine, and also staying in budget. But I think you can't really set a budget because you don't know the price of the things you want to get until you've already done it, and it's really hard. It's something people don't always think about, and then when you go to parties and 15s, you just go party, but you never really think about all that process and how long it took the family to plan everything out. And then other celebrations that come in, like there's this dance called the last doll, La Última Muñeca, which is where you dance with your dad, and then you're dancing this like waltz, and you have a doll. He has a doll, and it's the last doll you're ever gonna get. I think that's kind of lame because it's kind of like telling everyone that you're all grown up already. And 15, you're still a kid. I mean, you're not 3 years old. You know, you have matured, but you know, you still depend on your parents, and you still feel like a child. Even adults feel like children. So stuff like that, and then you have to buy the doll, and it's expensive. Not very expensive, but you know, you add all the details like cheap shoes, cheap doll, cheap hairdo, and oh yeah, and I forgot hairdo. We'll get to that. And you get all these cheap things, and all in all, you end up getting something really expensive. So, you know, it's really hard to plan things out. So I would eliminate a lot of the things that would be done at a typical 15, because first of all, I don't believe in everything, and secondly, I think it's very expensive. And I rather use that money into something that I know it's gonna last me a little bit longer. You know, 15, it's kind of like burning a big stack of money and then just throwing it into the fireplace all in one night, you know. And yeah, you have the memories of your photos and your video and all that stuff, but really it didn't help even something. And I wanted to have something that would help me throughout my life. And it's a very fun experience. I mean, 15s are really fun. I've seen all my friends, they're like, oh yeah, I had a blast on my 15, and or 16s with 16s that are typical too. They all have fun. But for me, I wanted maybe a trip, especially because my birthday is during spring break around that time, so I can have a whole week and we'll spend the same money in Paris or Italy or I don't know, who knows? Florida, California. You know, there's a lot of places I can go, and I wanted to do that, and I wanted to spend that money into something else. But I think I've already pretty much said my point. 15s are expensive, so if you guys can help me out decide whether I should do one or not, that would be great. So I guess that's all I can say. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, upload, and reply, comment, and rate, and all that stuff. And see you guys later.